on my nose. Holy shiz. On my way to get this bad boy off. I have never regretted anything more in my life. This is probably the hardest thing that I've been through. This video is going to be a long one. Make sure you have a snack. So I got 2 nose jobs. Let's talk about it. I've got a lot to say. I feel like this video is kind of going to be all over the place because I just have so many thoughts and I don't really have it organized into notes or anything. I'm kind of just going with the flow. I do have a note of things that I want to mention in this video, but it's not like structured or anything. I wanted to make this video not for sympathy or anything of that sort, but to really just talk about the truth behind my experience with plastic surgery, because I feel like I would have appreciated a video like this before I went in to get my nose done. Also, disclaimer, this video is not to promote plastic surgery whatsoever. Actually, you'll probably find that it's the opposite. I'm all for plastic surgery if it will make you happy, if that's something you really, really, truly want to do, but I'm here making this video basically to try to change your mind. I want to convince you otherwise. That's kind of my goal. Regardless if you've had plastic surgery or if you want to get plastic surgery, I just want you to know that you're really, really beautiful. You are crafted by God himself and he does not make mistakes. That bump on your nose, it's meant to be there. It fits your face. It's beautiful with all of your features. It is not a flaw. And I learned the hard way that all my natural features blended beautifully together. I may have been really insecure about my nose at the time, but now looking back, I wish I had felt otherwise. Hey besties, before we get into this video, I just want to say a huge thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I'm going to be talking a lot about mental health in this video as my nose job experience heavily impacted mine, and I felt it was important to include a resource for you guys. For those of you watching, whether you struggle with depression, anxiety, maybe you're just overwhelmed or stressed, basically, BetterHelp is your superhero. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists that are trained to help and listen to you at your convenience in a private online environment. There's a wide range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire that simply assesses what you specifically need, and then in under 48 hours, you're matched with a therapist. Once you've been matched, you can schedule secure video and phone sessions, plus you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is 100% confidential. You can also request a new therapist with no additional charge anytime. Highly recommend joining the over 2 million people that have taken charge of their mental health and done so by getting a BetterHelp experienced therapist. And exciting news, you can get 10% off your first month using betterhelp.com/Thalia. That's betterhelp.com/Thalia. I'll be sure to link it down below so it's easy for you guys to check out. Alright lovelies, back to the video. Let me take you all the way back to June 22nd. I had talked with the surgeon that did my first nose job back in April, but we planned for June, so I'm gonna just jump to June. So I flew out, I got my nose done in Texas. Good. Woo! June 25th, I went in to see my surgeon for the post-op appointment. Going in for my post-op and I'm so nervous!
Pre-op appointment in Houston, Texas. Let's go. Hi, how are you doing? I'm the camera dad.
Oh, gotcha. I don't really feel comfortable saying the first surgeon's name just because of the way things played out. And then June 26th was the big day. I was clearly very excited, obviously a little nervous. I want to say I was obviously a little nervous, but honestly I was just more so excited for the first surgery because I had put all my trust and all my faith in this surgeon. I was like, there's no way this is gonna mess up. Like, everything's gonna turn out beautifully. It's gonna be perfect. That was far from the truth. Alright guys, it's day of the surgery. This is the last clip of my nose. I got my filler dissolves the other day, so this is like OG Italian nose. Holy frick. wild. I'm so scared. Like super scared, but super excited at the same time. There's so many emotions. Pray for me, even though you're gonna see this afterwards. How do you feel, Dad?
I'm feeling a little nervous for you. But
Excited too? A
I'm
little?
excited. I'm excited for you. So I want you to be happy. And if it makes you happy, that's good, right?
Yes. I also had to drink a Gatorade this morning, so that was kind of crappy because I don't like sugary drinks. So there's no going back now. I drank the Gatorade. This is the pre-operation fit. What a flex. Love ya.
All right, here goes Tal. She's going into the OR. All right, Tal. Crush it. Woohoo. I looked pretty beat up after surgery and I was pretty out of it. I don't even remember getting in the car, but I was taken back to the hotel by my dad, and you're basically on bed rest for about a week. You're supposed to be chilling. I did get on the treadmill about the day 2, day 3 just to like walk because I felt like I was losing my mind just laying around in bed. We going for another walk. Let go. But nothing too crazy because I didn't want to mess anything up or have like the swelling get worse. I could not taste a single thing. Could not smell anything because it's so clogged up there. What is it called? A gauze? I had to wear a gauze underneath my nose to catch any blood that was coming out. What up? First morning of this bad boy on my nose. I look pretty hot, huh? Look at his black eye. You should see the other guy. I don't feel any pain, so that's a good thing. I just feel really stuffed up, obviously, because I can't breathe out my nose. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good. And that lasted for a couple days, and then I was able to take it off. I had to rinse my nose out with saltwater spray, saline spray.
I think this has got to be one of my least favorite parts of all of this.
Okay. God. Ah! Go, go, go. You can like taste it in your throat. Ugh, it's disgusting. And then I got some saline spray, which I can use as much as I want, but it's awful because it feels like when you go swimming and you get a bunch of water up your nose. So that's awesome. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm gonna have so many boys up in my DMs after this, huh? So attractive. I feel disgusting. I need a drink. That was an experience. That was not a good time. You also had to brush your teeth with a little baby toothbrush, which is probably my favorite part because you can't open your mouth super wide. Now for my favorite parts. Peppa Pig toothbrush, man. I ate a lot of soft foods. It didn't really matter what I ate either because I couldn't taste anything. But I ate a lot of soft foods, a lot of pineapple because that helps with swelling and bruising. I just had my breakfast and now pineapple. I've heard pineapple helps with swelling and I'm wanting to get rid of the swelling as much as possible. So the really crappy part about all of this is I can't taste my food. Aside from pineapple, I can taste the pineapple because it's like really strong. Yum. That's why they recommend bromelain because it has pineapple in it. So I did take a bromelain supplement. I'll get into all the supplements and stuff that I took after surgery later on in the video, but pineapple is key. And yeah, I was just kind of really eager, obviously, to see my new nose because I could just see a cast on it. It's kind of scary during that time because you have no idea what to expect, really. You just have like this vision in your head of what it'll look like. My hair is just
This ain't my time right now. This ain't my moment right now. I'm pretty excited about it though. I can kind of get an idea of what my nose will look like, and I'm really excited about it. I also knew that going in to take off the cast that it was going to be very swollen and not what it was going to look like. So I reminded myself, do not freak out, because chances are you're not going to like it right away. And I was right. I went in to get the cast off. I believe it was 5 days later.
Tell, it's your post-op today. How do you feel?
I'm so nervous. I have to pee.
You've come a long way.
I know.
In how many days?
5 full days, but it's the 6th day.
Today's the big moment. You get to see your nose. Are you excited?
I am, yeah.
All right, let's do this. That big moment. Is your heart racing just a little bit? Just a little bit, eh? Wow, Tal, look at that. Yeah.
Looks cute. You're gonna like it.
Looks great.
Oh my gosh.
You get to see it.
Whoa. Holy, I'm a new person. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's wild. Yeah, noses make a big difference.
Keep going. Keep going. Cute. Good, go in the other direction. Keep going. Cute.
I did not like it. I did not like it. But I was like, Talia, it's because it's swollen. Like, it's fine. It's gonna get way better. But I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do to my face? And I knew, the thing is, I knew I was going to have this reaction because I watched so many rhinoplasty video vlogs prior to surgery. My poor dad, he looked like so concerned. He's like, as long as you're happy. Like, I could just see it in his face. He didn't have to say anything.
Wow, Tal, look at that. Yeah.
But I felt like I did not look like myself anymore. I was like, what the frick? Like, I wanted, yes, a smaller, like, ski slope nose, but I wanted to still look like myself. So that was a little scary. But I still had faith in the process at the time. And then after I had the cast removed, immediately after I went to the airport and flew home. It got very swollen when I was in the air, to be expected though. I knew that was gonna happen, but it was like a balloon. It was not cute. I don't even, when did basically shiz hit the fan? When did I start to realize that I was not gonna be happy? I was quite giddy and happy all the way till about August, I feel like. Yeah, I'd say very beginning of August is when I was like, okay, hold on a second. With all like my research and all that stuff, at 3 months, I heard like things are supposed to be looking pretty good, and I put on makeup at that time as well. That was like the little landmark I set for myself. Like, at 3 months, you're gonna put on makeup for the first time, and it's gonna be so exciting, and you can get back to filming and everything. I put makeup on, and it's funny because I got a clip of myself pretty happy, you'd say. When watching the clip, you'd be like, oh, she's happy with the results.
Do you guys like it? Something's throwing me off. Your nose, Talia. Stop blaming the eye makeup. I look like a pig. I'm so sorry. This is weird, isn't it? I'm just staring at you, actually. This is like really weird, and I'm like really happy. I'm like gonna cry. Why am I crying? It's been like 2 months. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm a crybaby. This is my new face.
After that video, after I ended the video, I went to go take photos for Instagram. And that's when everything went downhill. I was like, wait a second. I like looked at the photos and I was like, I look like that? And I sent a video to my best friend, basically bawling my eyes out because my bestie also had a nose job. So I'm like, well, I can confide in her because she's my best friend, but also because she's been through this. Dude, I feel like I messed up my face. I've been like taking photos for like an hour and I haven't even gotten one. I'm freaking out. Like, I know it's still swollen, but holy crap. And yeah, ever since that day, I was not happy. I had messaged my surgeon with like all these questions, and sometimes she would like dodge my question, and it was really frustrating. Or it was just like shrugged off like it's swelling type of thing, be patient. But nothing changed. And if you don't know, you have to wait a full year to get your nose done again, if that's what you choose to do. So I was like, there's no way I can live with this nose for a year. It's obvious, but it never really hit me because I thought everything was just gonna go fine, that my job requires my face. My face is everything when it comes to like my brand, because it's my clothing line, it's YouTube, it's Instagram. Like, my face is very present, and that's another reason why like I went for surgery, because I would watch back my videos and edit and be like, I really don't like my nose from that angle, and you really just like nitpick at yourself. It's horrible. But I was like panicking because I'm like, if I hate my face and I don't want anyone to see my nose like this, what the frick am I gonna do for a year? I was kind of like, I was doing social media, but it wasn't like as frequent as I was before. But once I had posted the reveal, people were like there was obviously support and positive vibes from the OGs, the real ones, but I was getting some really nasty comments like, you must be mentally ill for getting your nose done, it was better before, why did you touch your face type of thing. Like, just anything you can think of, it was probably in my comment section. And with the mental state I was in, and hating my nose myself, it really, really hit me like a rock. It hit me like a ton of bricks, honestly, because I hated my nose. So hearing that people that I don't know also hated my nose, like, it was just hurtful, to say the least. And I also knew going into surgery that this surgery can affect your mental health, and I was like, oh, I got meds for that, it's fine, like, I will be okay. But no, my mental health went way down. What did you do? What did you do? I'm really not okay. I don't want anybody to see me right now. I barely want to look at myself. Yes, it's been something I wanted to do for a really long time, but now I shouldn't have done it. I'm really upset with myself. Really, really upset. I thought this was what I wanted. I might have to wait a whole year to get a revision surgery, and I'm literally going in with a photo of my old nose. Like, how freaking stupid. Every time I see old photos of myself from like a couple months ago, I get so sad. So sad. And then I read comments. People saying they miss my face. I do too. I really do. I could have avoided all this if I just accepted my nose. What the F, Talia? It's been hard not to look at my reflection, like basically just stare at my nose. It's been hard not to stare at my nose. Because when I look in the mirror, that is all I see.
I don't see my eyes. I don't see my lips or like my face shape. Like it's my nose. God, I'm scared to pull out the camera for YouTube. I'm so freaking scared. Because that's a whole video of looking at myself. And other people are gonna see it too. Pulling out my phone because I feel sad. I think this is probably the hardest thing that I've been through. And I've been through a lot. This really, really tests your mental strength. Like, it's not just, I got a nose job and I hate it. I regret it. It's like, you look in the mirror and like, you don't fully recognize yourself. You look at old pictures. You wish you could look like that again. I had to take it 1 month at a time. At the end of the month, it'll be 5 months. 6 is when you can get a pretty good idea of what it'll look like. I hate it so much. There are people like upset with me because I've been inactive on social media, but it's like, you don't understand what it's like. Like, I can't express it to you, and I know from the outside it's probably like, girl, like, chill. I was gonna say I wish that you could be in my shoes, but I would never wish this upon somebody because it sucks so bad. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cry when I talk to my revision surgeon. They're literally gonna be my superhero. I just want my old nose back. I just want my old nose back. I will never have that exact nose again. So mad at myself. This is the stupidest thing I've done. I regret it so much. I'm so pissed with myself right now. Like, I can't even describe it. I'm really not okay right now. Because everything that makes me happy and that I love to do requires my face. And I don't know why the F I didn't think about this. I wouldn't be going through this crap right now if I just left it the frig alone. If I just loved the nose that was given to me. And now I do. But now it's too late. My mental health is really being affected by this. I've been wanting this for years, and then I do it, and I have never regretted anything more in my life. Revisions usually happen at a year. I can't wait that long. That's such a long time. Like, I'm more self-conscious now than I was. Please learn to love your insecurities, because they're what make you you. That's the biggest lesson out of this, and like, I am thankful for that. At least you gotta practice what you preach till I breathe.
It's so hard to explain to someone that has never been through it, but imagine looking in the mirror and not recognizing who you see. Like, I have seen one face for 20-something years of my life, so like looking in the mirror and not seeing that exact face anymore, it was like, it got to a point where I had to tell myself not to look in the mirror, like, at all, even if I was like brushing my teeth and washing my face. And during this time, this is when I wrote my ebook about my eating disorder and all that. It really, really helped me get out of my head and focus less on what I was looking like, my physical appearance, and really just pour everything and all my attention, my time, all that into this book. I feel like that's also why my ebook is so important to me, because it really truly saved my life. And that sounds extreme, but I can't even like tell you how dark of a mindset I was in coming out of surgery. I felt so, I hate the word ugly, but I felt so ugly. I was like, how is anyone gonna love this face? We're our worst critic, right? Like, some people looking at these photos may be like, it wasn't even that bad, but it was not it. And the swelling masks a lot of it, but as the swelling went away, I started to see all the flaws with my nose. These were my problems with it. It was way too upturned, way too short for my face. The bridge of my nose was really, really, really shaved down, which is disappointing. My columella here, that's this part of your nose, in between your nostrils, so flat, so it was making me look very piggy. The little strut that was in the bottom of my nose to keep it from drooping down when I smiled, I think that was too big or something, because it was making it literally just a flat line. So when I was like this, from this angle, you could see like both my nostrils. And the little cherry on top, there was a freaking bump on the side of my nose, and I thought, oh, it's just swelling, like it'll go away in a year. When I went in for my second surgery, my surgeon told me that there was a piece of cartilage on the side of my nose that was out of place. So that wasn't going anywhere. There was a freaking piece of cartilage on the side of my nose. So I was like, okay, it is not just in my head then. And I remember my first surgeon had told me like later on, after like it wasn't just swelling, like I wasn't hearing it swelling, like just give it time. She told me that if I didn't like it in a year, that we can change it, we can fix it. I don't know if it's a good idea to go back to the surgeon that like you didn't like their work. A lot of people go back to that surgeon because typically they'll just charge you for like the room and your meds, so you're not paying the full amount, and the second surgery is usually more expensive. I understand that if you're in like the financial position where you really can't, but I would be terrified to go back to the surgeon you went to and it didn't work out. Basically, I was crying for months and months and months until I could get my nose done again. I tried not to cry, but it was kind of like impossible for me to hold it all in, because like it would make the swelling worse, obviously, when I would cry. And I felt so bad for my family around me, because like all I was thinking about and talking about was my nose and how I wanted it fixed. And I was heavily beating myself up because nobody else put me in that position. No one forced me to get my nose done. It was my choice, my decision, and I was just angry that I didn't see how beautiful the nose God gave me was until it was too late. So I don't know how I made it a full year. I don't know how I did it, but I managed. And now we're fast forwarding almost a year since the first surgery. I was obviously looking at surgeons like obsessively over the year to see who was gonna do my nose, who was gonna fix my nose. And I looked at so many before and after pictures, so many surgeons, so many reviews. And then I came across one surgeon in New York who I thought 100% I'm going to this surgeon. This is the person for me. And then nearly leading up to a year of surgery, I had booked a consultation, a virtual one, with this surgeon, expressed my concerns and all of that stuff about my nose. And after the call, I just felt like, I don't know how I feel. But I booked the surgery regardless. I had to pay for that consultation. I think it was about $300 or something like that, but it goes towards your surgery. So I was like, oh, it's fine because it's going towards my surgery and I'm going with this surgeon, so it's okay. But I don't know, on that call, like I just expressed like I really just want as close to my old nose as possible. And I just didn't feel, I don't know if the word's reassured or what, but it was like, well, maybe it's just this weird feeling, Talia, like it will all work out fine. This surgeon is very talented and it will be okay. So I booked it and everything and was looking at flights. I was ready to go, but this little voice in the back of my head was like, maybe you should just look around a little bit at some more surgeons. Just to see, just to make sure. So I did that on Real Self. It's like the place to be if
you have plastic surgery, thinking about it, have had it, Real Self is where it's at. They have a website and an app. It's very helpful. And I was on there religiously throughout the whole year. So I went back on Real Self, was looking at surgeons, and I came across this other one in New York, and I was like, these results are really good. Because with this other surgeon, I was like, these are really good results, but there were a few that I didn't like. But this surgeon, I liked every single nose. With both surgeons, they were both very natural looking, which is what I was looking for. I didn't want like the typical like signature Barbie nose, like the Turkey nose, you know what I mean? Because I thought about going to Turkey because it is very cheap there, but I didn't want there to be like miscommunication between languages or anything, and I wanted a very natural nose. I know they are very extremely talented in Turkey. Sometimes I even think maybe I should have gone to Turkey, but I wanted to be in the States. I didn't really like any in Canada, so that's why I didn't stay in the country. I was like, well, let's book a consultation with this other doctor just to see. So I booked a consultation with this other doctor. Instantly, I was like, yes. I was just hit with this wave of relief because prior I was having a meltdown. I was like, who is the right surgeon, if there even is a right surgeon for me? I was miserable, even though this should be like kind of an exciting, but obviously somewhat stressful situation because of the trauma really from my first surgery.
I'm getting super stressed because it's time for revision now, which I'm really happy about because I don't want to live with this nose anymore. But I'm getting scared because I don't know who the right person to touch my nose again is. And if there even is a right person to do it. Like I don't know, and I'm stuck between two doctors. One that I talked to in 2 days on Saturday, May 1st. And I've talked to the other one who was someone that I thought for sure 100% that I was going to. But then I came across a second doctor and I really like his work, so I don't know what to do. But I'm stressed because I don't want to go through this again. 2, it's a lot of effing money. And 3, what if the nose doesn't come out how I really want it to, you know? I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I just want my old nose back. It can't ever come back. Like, I'm just pissed with myself. I wish I never did this.
I was going through it. The stress level was insane. It was definitely not an exciting experience this time round. After my call with the second surgeon, all of my stress and worries went away.
Hey cool humans, so I have an update. My mood changes are gonna be insane in this video. I'm really excited. I had a consultation with Dr. Richard Reich. Shoot. After having this new consultation, I'm much less scared and more hopeful. Obviously, I'm still scared. It's still gonna be a nerve-wracking experience. I'm not going in for a third, so this has to go good. But the consultation went really well. I'm really excited to not have this nose anymore. I get my nose done June 8th. Woo! The cool thing is, he basically described my old nose in the consultation without me even showing him my nose. He considered my height and everything. Like, he asked me how tall I am because I said, like, I want my nose to be a bit bigger. And so, like, he asked me my height. So he's considering, like, all of me. So my nose is, like, proportioned to me. And I feel like that's so cool. When I got off the call with him, I happy cried because I'm just like, I'm so relieved.
I feel like that's how you should feel. So I booked with that surgeon instead. I said goodbye. I kissed the $300
goodbye. But it was just, it felt right to me. When I was on the call with him, he told me exactly what he would change about my nose without me even saying it, and it was exactly what I wanted. Like, his vision for my face was exactly what I wanted, and that was just extremely reassuring. He even asked me my height to consider like how big my nose should be to proportion it to all of me, which I thought was so cool. I don't know, that just made me really smiley. I still feel very blessed that I was able to afford any surgeon that I wanted to go to, thanks to you guys, truly. Going in for the first surgery is already a very expensive thing. You are putting a big investment down, so going through another surgery, which is more expensive, I don't know how people do it. But after that, I booked my flight to New York. I'm so blessed that I have great friends that came with me to New York for my second surgery. That just made the whole experience so much better, because even though I wasn't all like giddy and happy and stuff to like be there in New York, even though like New York's amazing, I was just so focused on like the surgery. Like, I wasn't really there for a good time, you know? Hello! I just got to the Sonder Hotel and oh my gosh, it is beautiful. Let me show you. We stayed at a beautiful place called Sonder. Shout out to Sonder for hooking us up there, because it was amazing. It's literally like home away from home. It doesn't really have hotel vibes, it's much more like apartment. I enjoyed more of a homey feel after surgery. If there's a Sonder in an area you're visiting, I highly recommend checking them out. I flew down June 3rd. June 4th was my post-op appointment, and then I had the surgery June 8th.